and frankly, they sound very intriguing. I should say, again, July 11th through the 15th for students entering the 6th and 8th grades. And I'll throw it to you. What are these STEM camps we're talking about here?
So this will be a half-day program from 1 to 5. It's $99. And during this week, we're going to divide it into an engineering portion and a forensics portion. In addition, the students will do a tour of the museum with background information that isn't available to the normal public. So they're going to learn how the pumps work in the reflecting pool and how we've had to do some additional work on making sure the survivor tree has all of these layers of underground sprinkler systems and things that your usual visitor isn't aware of. But on the engineering side, they're going to be hearing from engineers at Benham are going to come in, and they're going to be making structures out of toothpicks and marshmallows and shaking on a shaking structure to see what will withstand an earthquake. On the forensic side, we have, well, also the fire department's coming in, bringing a fire truck. They're going to show how the Murrah building was shored up during the rescue efforts, and they'll actually get to see all of the equipment that they used during that time and hear from an actual firefighter who was on the scene following the bombing in April of '95. The basis for the program is our new STEM lab, which is called the Uncover Discover Zone. It has...
And we're looking at some footage of this. This looks like the coolest thing ever. And basically it's what, 52-inch monitor screens that these kiddos are looking at here, and very interactive.
Right, so they are, all 6 students who are sitting around the table can touch at the same time and work on building buildings if they're in the engineering portion, which is what you're seeing right here. They're building structures to see what will withstand the force of a hurricane, a tornado, an earthquake, or a blast. And they get to use wood, steel, or concrete. And then in the inside, you will see that they're using different kinds of shapes of shorings, whether they're cross beams or different things to see what withstands which type of disaster. So that's kind of the engineering information. On the forensic side, they're going to be the UCO Forensic Science Department is bringing some specialists down to do some really neat different analysis. They're going to do fingerprinting, handwriting analysis. They're going to be doing DNA tests where they're chewing on the inside of their cheek and swishing Gatorade in their mouths and using actual household supplies to test DNA. So they're going to be doing some really hands-on activities. The Oklahoma County Sheriff's Department is going to bring a dog, a canine unit, and they will show them how these dogs are trained to find explosive devices. I think it's going to be really energizing and exciting and wonderfully educational.
You bring up a good point there. You're on the board at the memorial, is this correct?
Correct.
In fact, I guess I should ask you to explain your title and your role there.
So I chair the education committee from the board perspective and work with wonderful educators from around the metro who bring us great ideas. And Lynn Porter's the education director there and does a great job of implementing everything. And
this is a really nice way of providing an ongoing education. The event happened, but what can we learn and how can we educate our youth going forward? And really they're exposed to a lot of really cool high-tech things here.
Right, and it gives them an idea to think about careers maybe they haven't thought of yet, and may direct them into courses they may have not considered for high school that now they want to go down a more math and science route than they had before. So our hope is to open ideas to students that maybe are new.
I'm just looking at this interactive table here, and I'm jealous because, frankly, the table here at this news desk should have something like that, don't you think?
I
Shouldn't we be
definitely
able to
think
move
so.
some things, punch something, and it fires up on a big screen?
Definitely.
Also, I wonder what my my handwriting analysis would say about me, because I'm terrible at writing now, because everything's on a device or typing, right?
Right. And you're going to be able to see 2 different or multiple forms of handwriting, and you're supposed to match who wrote what. Like, you know, Apple written 10 times on 2 different sides. And you're having to find the person that wrote both, even if the writing doesn't match exactly. So it should be very interesting.
Because forensically, there's probably some patterns there that you can look for. All right, very good. This camp, again, July 11th through the 15th, as she mentioned, is in the afternoon from 1 to 5 p.m. It's at the memorial.
Correct.
And again, these are for students 6th through, or entering 6th through 8th grades coming up. It's $99. However, following that, the following Thursday is a family night.
Correct. And even if you don't have a child who is 6th grade and older, you really should bring somebody because you will get to do the forensics side of the experience. So the table that I didn't explain what the forensics table does, but you're actually broken into 6 areas of the Murrah Building bomb site following the bomb blast. And you will be looking at the area just like a forensic scientist did on that day. You will be taking a photograph of the evidence that you find. You will be doing different tests, both looking for bomb residue, looking for fingerprints. You'll be sending it to the lab. And then you analyze if this showed that there was a blast, if this evidence could prove who the perpetrator was. So you're not just doing the testing, but then you're analyzing it from a legal perspective to determine what could be used in a court. And then you'll get to break off and do a lot of those same activities that we discussed with fingerprints and maybe some, they call it dental casting, but it doesn't have to do with the teeth. It has to do with the texture of the material that they use to like pull up shoe prints or tire prints or something like that. So there are different kinds of tests that they'll be doing hands-on that night.
All right, that family night is Thursday, July 21st, I should say, so I'm trying to say. July 21st is a Thursday night from 6 to 8 p.m. It's encouraged to be 6th grade and above as far as the age range for the kiddos. $10 for the entire family.
Right, no matter how many family members you bring. So we encourage everybody to come in partners, at least 2, but if you have 6 family members, it's only $10, and you're welcome to come early and tour the museum prior to your visit.
All right, very good. Again, the summer camp is July 11th through the 15th. You can register at okcnm.org. This is the first time you guys have had this, right?
It is. It is. So this will be our premier opportunity, and we are hoping to have a full house and know that it's going to fill fast, so we want people to hear about it as quickly as they can. And
potentially there might be some more of these down in the future.
Yes, and next year we hope to offer more than one summer camp, maybe a morning opportunity, and possibly even a full day for a week. And then in the evenings we'd like to do more family nights during the school year.
Suzanne Clord Duncan, thanks so much for stopping in. Appreciate the information. Again, more information can be found online at okcnm.org.